Good afternoon, welcome to Rundlii Gaming. So we're going to be continuing on from our previous save file. This is also Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. And pretty much where we left off is we're still chasing down a female in this game that is basically running away for some reason. And at this point, we're currently trying to locate her. And every so often you're going to discover a few of these like side rooms, which is
Is anyone there?
they come up every so often if you
I have a feeling
search
I'm
around a
not
little
in
bit.
Azad anymore. What?
And I'm sure the significance of that will kind of come up a little bit later, outside of just being full health. I'm guessing there's some sort of story element on top of that. But every so often you'll discover those, and then... Yeah, it's another one of those times where it wasn't really that, much of a fall, but he just so happens to die from it. And also, you'll find these little white ball of energy things, which what those do is they actually restore all of your sand, and I think if you get a certain number of them, you'll actually get some more of those as like your max amount that you can use.
Give me the dagger.
Who are you?
I am Farah, the daughter of the Maharaja from whom you stole it. This is your doing,
I saw my father turn to sand.
and we will share his fate if you do not give me the dagger to undo what you have done.
Your traitorous vizier used the same words. From now on, I trust no one but myself. Run! Go back to the reception hall. Wait for me there. Go!
These are generally pretty easy, because like you don't have to hop over them or anything. You just swing at them a few times, and yeah, pretty much just you hit them a couple times and they just disappear. I could definitely say that particular animation kind of annoys me after a while, where he
Since
puts
we
away
left
his
India,
sword.
She had been there. In the desert, I had felt her dark eyes upon me. Now, here she was again. She and I, the only two survivors. Did I say two? Excuse me. We were three.
Because pretty much like after every fight scene, he puts away his sword, which is kind of a weird animation after a while, since you've seen him do it so many times at this point. It's like, why is it?
The hourglass. What? I did not understand the meaning of what I had just seen. But I knew, with a certainty I could not explain, that those winged creatures had a master. The man who had tricked me into opening the hourglass now had his prize. And for some unknown purpose coveted the dagger as well, would stop at nothing to possess it. Well, I would give him what he sought. I would plunge it into his foul and treacherous heart.
And there goes that animation again. And jump. And so I said, at this point you're pretty much kind of out of what I consider the tutorial of this game. Because at this point you're basically just trying to link together everything that you've had to learn up to this point. Like I said, you do not actually have to fall that far in order to die, which is kind of weird in its own way, but and jump. And jump. pretty much, I guess you have the parkour all the way around this entire room.
It was indeed the dagger of time. I began to realize why the Pacific wanted it so badly.
Yeah, but basically you have to parkour all that way just to get out here and do some kind of long drawn-out fight. Seems to be a common thing with this. And also, as you see too, if you use the dagger on the creatures itself, it tends to like freeze them in a way. Then you can actually go through with the regular sword and actually cut them in half. Unfortunately, I forgot to use the dagger on her before she resurrected herself. That's usually quick enough, just take her back out. And the animation to let you know it's serious business to put away your sword. And kind of one of the surprising things with those shelves as well is the fact that you can't like run up the side of it and jump on top of it. Considering it's like one of the few surfaces that doesn't seem to actually let you do that. And pretty much I was figuring that behind one of these shelves was something, you know, considering it's one of the few objects you can actually move in the game and can't climb. It's really just a matter of finding out which one it was. But I figured I'd probably go save first. Though, probably should replay that just to kind of take a look at it there.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
And pretty much as you can see in the future, there's some sort of like big wheel thing that you have to play around with, and then some more parkour, which of course this game's full of. Alright, so pretty much at this point is when I actually got my 5th tank. And as I mentioned, as you collect more of them, you'll end up getting more of those to use in the future, which is always pretty good. Though, kind of almost fell off there. Yeah, I kind of botched that again, but...
Oh, thank God! I was afraid you were one of them! Can you help me activate the Azad defense system? It'll take both of us to do it! I'll reset the axles for you! The man who's normally in charge of this got... Never mind! Ride the platform down to the bottom, then use those 2 cranks to bring it back up! You see those 4 axles? You'll need to pick them up one by one until you've got all 4. Then, bring them up to the top together! Make sure you pick them up in the right order!
Though I will mention I probably did skip a little bit of the video. I did kind of botch this a little bit at first. But this is probably around the time that I started to kind of figure it out a little bit. It's basically just another kind of lengthy puzzle. But pretty much at this point I figured the best route was to grab the ones at the bottom, which is the full moon and the no moon.
That's it! You've got the first axle! Now, pick up the other 3!
And then pretty much at this point I'm trying to get the one that has no moon on it, which Basically, I just have to drop it back down, and I should be at level with that one.
That's two!
And then lastly, at this point, I basically have to bring it all the way up to the top just about. To actually pick up the last two there.
Just one more!
And then pretty much got the Parsha moon on it.
That's four! Now, bring them up to the top and line them up with their gears! You've almost got it! Just line up the axles with their gears!
So initially I figured I could actually rotate it up there, but apparently you cannot. So pretty much I just had to drop it back down and then rotate it to the correct position. And that looks like it should be good, though I went the wrong way.
That's it! I knew you could do it! Now, there's one last step. Do you see that platform? Throw your lever, and I'll throw mine!
What manner of machine is this?
I told you, it's the palace's defense system! Stop wasting time! Throw your lever! Ha! We did it! Serve those accursed demons right! Oh, by God, they'll rue the day they ever dared attack the Palace of Azad!
Which sadly that just basically activates all the traps within the palace itself. Alright, so we pretty much activated that. At this particular point though, what we'll end up doing is we'll end up saving it and ending this particular video. This is basically just a preview of what you should see in the next video, because basically it's just the future of the character himself. And then from there, basically we'll just continue on and see what we find on it. So if you've enjoyed the video so far, definitely check out the next one, which should come out probably a week from now. And I hope you enjoyed watching Rundlii Gaming, and you have a good day.